Welcome to a Telltale Books video. I'm Greg, and I'm continuing my series of reading through Jonathan Lethem's latest story collection, A Different Kind of Tension, which I have right here, the actual hardcover copy. Came out in September. I started reading this previously as a NetGalley book, but I'll go into that after I talk to you about who we are. We are Telltale Books, bringing you the best in literature, literary topics, and graphic design and bookmaking.
If you want to support us, you can find us on Etsy and Pango, where you can find gently used, rare, and even top quality used books.
And if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and maybe even that bell to be notified when new videos go live.
Thanks for joining us.
I found this on as an ebook on NetGalley and thought, it sounds interesting. I want to read it. And Lethem is an award winner. He won either the Hugo or Nebula or both for a novel he wrote quite a few years ago. So he's well-known, major writer in the science fiction field. I wanted to try his work. I'd never read anything by him. And so I got the NetGalley copy and started reading it. I got through the first 3 short stories in this collection, and they archived it. And when they archive a book, you can't keep reading it. It disappears from the app, and you just have to stop. So I had a lot more book to go through. You know, there's 20-some stories in here, and I only got to read 3 of them. They archived. I probably didn't see it until it was almost done with its run. It had probably been out there for months and I never noticed it. And when I did notice it, it was at the end of its run. And so I got it, and I just am not a fast enough reader to have gotten very far in it before they archived it. So it disappeared from the app, and I wasn't able to read it any further. So I wasn't able to leave a review. But I was bound and determined I wanted to finish reading this book because those first 3 stories, they were good. They were damn good. Not top tales, but really close to that. You know, I found them to be really enjoyable stories. Solid writing, great ideas. I just loved it. So the third one that I read, the first 2 were Walking the Moons and Program's Progress, both of which I've already put video reviews up. So this is the third one being video reviewed. I did create a bibliography on my website of everything I could find out about Jonathan Lethem's writings, and the Speckless Cathedral is the 3rd story in the book, but it's number 12 in his bibliography overall. It was originally published in Interzone magazine, the British science fiction magazine, which was very important in the 1980s and 1990s. And it was Interzone number 57 for March of 1992 that this story appeared. So what is it about? Been a little while since I've read it, so my memory's fading because I've read so many things since I read this story in late spring. But you have 2 characters, Sandra and Peter. They want to end their relationship, but they can't seem to do it. Why not, you would ask? Well, Peter's friend tells him about a drug rumored to end any commitments. But it destroys more than his relationship with Sandra when he takes it. This was a pretty good story, though it seems that the effect on their lives mirrors the destruction caused by real addictions. So I wonder if that's what Lethem is trying to do, is use this science fictional situation of a new drug to mirror the kinds of real world effects of things like alcoholism or drug addiction. Possibly, except he doesn't go really deep like other authors have gone in exploring people's lives. It's just a short story. It just makes a point and gets out. And so it makes a point that Peter destroys a whole lot more than his relationship with Sandra. He wanted out of the relationship. It achieved that, but it also just destroys his whole life. And not as cool of an idea as Program's Progress, but it was still a really well done story, well written, very cool. Love the characters, love the ideas here, love Lethem's writing style. This was just a really good story, not a top tale as I said, but a really good story, and I have to recommend it. I think Jonathan Lethem is one of our better writers today. And I would, based on 3 stories, so what do I know? I've only read 3 short stories and I'm calling him one of the greatest American writers. That's kind of stupid, but he's really impressing me. And I do expect something of his to reach top tale status in the future, quite hopefully from this book. I am going to go through this entire book, one story at a time, front to back, not going. They seem to be published in order of original publication. So far they are. The next story, Forever Said the Duck, appeared in Asimov's in December of 1993, where the Speckless Cathedral appeared in March 1992, and Program's Progress was March 1992, and the first one, Walking the Moons, was November 1990. You see, it looks like they have this organized in order of publication, original publication of the stories. So I'm just reading front to back. My next story is Forever Said the Duck, and it's just the next story after the Speckless Cathedral. But they organize the book in order of publication. And I like that. Because I like seeing how things developed with time with an author. And I'm getting to see that. So come on back for Forever Said the Duck. If you've read The Speckless Cathedral, like I say, it was published in Interzone March 1992. It's been around a long time, and then this book just came out. You may have gotten a hold of this book already and read the whole thing already. I don't know. But if you've read it, leave your comments, leave your thoughts about this story in the comment section of this video. Come on back for Forever Said the Duck and all the rest of the Lethem in this book. I am, at the very least, I've got new projects of reading everything by an author on hold for now because I have such a long list I'm going through. So I'm only committing to reading the rest of this book. But I'm going to go through the rest of this book. This book has 20-some stories in. So I've got a lot more video reviews to come on this book. I hope you'll join me for those and everything else we do here on Telltale Books. Till then, like button, subscribe button, make use of them. They're there for a reason.